Hi guys, welcome back to the FM Recruiter. Now in today's episode, we're going to show you the players that have left in January. We're going to look at whether we actually managed to bring anybody in. Do you know what? We didn't, so I'll just tell you that now. And we're going to play Burnley and West Brom, who are two of the toughest games we have in the run-in for this season. We are in a relegation battle. We said we would be, but can we finally get a win for the first time in 5 games? Right then, so we are in second. Well, we're just got into February. We're on the 2nd, and the deadline day has just ended. It's 11 o'clock, which means the window is now slammed shut. And for us, it's been a pretty quiet one. But first, before we go into who left and whether anybody came in, let's have a look at the league. We find ourselves 22nd. Now we do have a game, or Sheffield Wednesday have a game in hand on us, but they are 6 points behind us. We have been on a pretty torrid run of late, as you can see. We have lost the majority of our games. We're really playing poor, and the youth that we've brought into the team, because of the wage budget being so high, just has found it very difficult to adapt to playing at this level. Dan Davis has been a really good player for us as a 17-year-old, as has Saka on the left, whereas Felipe on the right has struggled quite a lot. And Archer and Cannoneer up front have been pretty dry in terms of goals. They've not scored many at all. In terms of who we've brought in then, let's have a look at our transfer history. So this season, we've only signed 3 players, and that was all during the summer. We haven't brought anybody in now. In terms of who's left this window, Paul Mullin left for £375,000. He went to MK Dons. David Sampson, Sam Fleet, Paul Roberts, and Max Cloworth have all gone out on loan. So our next 2 games, or our next couple of games, if we have a look at them, are pretty tough as well. We play Burnley, who are 4th. We're away to them. That's our next game and the first game of this episode. We've then got West Brom. They're 9th. Sheffield United are 2nd. And then we hit a couple of teams where we need to get points. So Blackpool are 18th, Luton 16th, Wickham 19th, and then it's back to Swansea at 8th. So these Blackpool, Luton, and Wickham are 3 games we've got to get at least, I think, 6 points from. I don't know if we will, and I have a feeling we're going to probably really struggle to get out of the predicament we find ourselves in. But we'll see what we can do. So let's go on with this Burnley game and see if we can nick a point at Turf Moor. All right, so game number 1 in this episode, away to Burnley at Turf Moor. Now, we have changed our tactics very, very slightly in that instead of having an attacking midfielder, we've moved him to a holding midfielder just to try and shore up this defence, because we're conceding far too many stupid goals, is how I would describe what we've conceded so far, but there are other terms for it, and I'm not going to use them because this is a family stream, or a family video. Anyway, the team for us there, we've got Yaris in goal, Adoffin, Bernard, Amanquart, and De Silva at the back, George McCacker making his first start for a while with Jack Byrne and Longstaff. I keep calling him Matty Longstaff in the holding midfield role, Liam Cullen on the right, Joe Adams on the left, and Cameron Archer up front. We've got quite a young bench, but we're hoping that this little bit more experience and first team experience will just see us over the line and grab us a point here. Their team is fan-bloody-tastic. Rico Lewis, Miguel Almiron, Callum Wilson, Trezeguet. Burnley have got a team that is good enough for the Premier League, so it's always hard against them. So I'm expecting to lose this game, but let's see how we get on. So you can see the teams there. We're playing a 4-2-3-1. Adam Armstrong on the left, Miguel Almiron leading the line for them. That Trezeguet to come off the bench, though, is sensational. We're going the other way. We're playing a 4-3-3 with that holding midfielder. This is going to be a really big, tough test for us. They are 4th, really pushing for the playoffs. We're 22nd. I'm not confident at all in this game, but let's get on with it. We've got to start well. We've got to control possession. The whole tactic I've built here is about controlling possession, and straight away I can see that's not happening. Burnley are having more of the ball. What we do need to do is get Archer into really good positions to score, because he will score goals. We've just got to get him in the right areas, is what I would say. They are currently all over us like a rash, though. 5 shots to 1. And They're controlling the ball as well, which is frustrating. So let's give them a quick shout of encouragement as Rico Lewis takes a throw into Teller on the halfway line. Nardoni in the middle. It's such a good Burnley team, and the Sion Dyke days are definitely gone. Vincent Kompany, who obviously starts as their manager on Football Manager 2023, was recently manager of Manchester City and got sacked. So he's done very well. The manager they brought in has recruited very well. Adam Armstrong, he's going to go past the Dauphin like he's not there. You can see it. Cullen gets a foot in, but it's won back by Armstrong. Oscar, and it's 1-0. It was so easy. And do you know what? We won the ball, but we just didn't react to the second ball. There's going to be a rebuild coming in here for Wrexham at some point because we're not making enough money from sponsorship deals to get the players in that we probably need. Amankwa, it's on the bench. Oh, why has Archer not reacted? Oh, so yeah, we're not getting the money in from sponsorships. We need to sign players, and we went over our wage budget in League 2 and League 1, so we had to get rid of players who weren't playing this season to fund going forward. We probably would have been looking at being so far in the red that it wouldn't have been salvageable. So that is why we did what we did. We knew we were probably going to get relegated at the start of the season, so it's not a shock. But what I wouldn't want this series to be is all about the good stuff and how we just win league after league after league, because that's not football. Let's make some substitutions. Cameron Archer had an alright game. We can come off for Oakley, Cannon, Liam Collin can come off for Felipe, and Rankin Costello can go on there. Let's have a look at the rest of the team. Amankwa, 6.2. Let's get CJ Egan Riley on the field. Pump him up. Let's go. Amankwa having his first bad game of the season, and what a game to have it in, should I say. McCackren's having a good game, though. He's not played at all, really, this season. But I haven't been able to fit him into the team either. Now, with this new formation, he could be a linchpin if I can keep him. That's the problem. He's looking at exploring his options. So we do need to try and keep him. De Silva on the ball here. Plays it over the top. It's a dreadful ball. Dickey gets it to Bernard. Bernard's going to pass it. He's going to lose it. Oh, God's sake. We lose the ball in so many... It's such silly positions. Rankin Costello over the top. Cannoneer. Chance to score. Chance to score. It's 1-0. 10 minutes to play. And Oakley Cannoneer with a lovely chip. 1-1. Wrexham on level. This could be... Well, if we can hold on for a point, it's massive. If we can push for a second, it's even bigger. But I'm happy with a point. These are the games we've just got to try and nick something from. Oscar, free kick into the back post. It's always just over. Can we nick a point from Burnley? We're on the attack. De Silva cuts inside. He's on his left foot to Longstaff. Longstaff to McEachran. A Dauphin. A Dauphin's going to put it in the box, is he? No, cuts back. He's looking for the pass to Felipe. Felipe puts it in. It's cleared by Van Heckel at the near post. And now Burnley on the counter-attack. He looked offside. He looked a long way offside. He was. Trezeguet caught offside. And that is going to be it, I think, surely. We're a minute over the allotted time. Can we see this through? It'd be huge if we do. A Dauphin's taking his time over this. This is time wasted at the highest order. What is he doing? There we go, short kick, and that's it. But why did the referee even let him do it? What a result, and it lifts us out of the relegation places because Ipswich fell to a late defeat. That is a massive, massive result for us as we go into the West Brom game. So, fingers crossed we can push on and get another good result at home against West Brom. Let's see how we get on. All right then, so it's game time. We are back at the Racecourse Ground and we welcome West Brom. One change in the team for us. Leighton Clarkson returns from injury after he suffered a nasty ligament injury. Jack Byrne drops to the bench. And apart from that, we've gone with the same team that bagged us a draw. I could have dropped Cameron Archer for Oakley Cannoneer, but I actually feel at this stage of his career, Cannoneer is better coming off the bench. It's great having Solskjaer as my manager as well, I must admit, because he really helps with the opposition instructions, saves me a job. So, if you are managing it a couple of seasons in the Championship, check out, see if you can get him, because he's a handy assistant manager. Right then, let's see how we get on. All right then, so the formations, we are sticking with our 4-3-3, just Leighton Clarkson coming into the team for us. West Brom, on the other hand, are going with a 4-4-2. Sean Dyche is at the helm of West Brom, so you would expect it to be as basic football as you can. We sit 21st, level on points with Ipswich, but we are out of their on-goal difference. How key could that be come the end of the season? I don't know. But let's get on with it anyway. Again, we need to look to control the ball, but Wallace plays it in for Grant, cleared by Bernard Amankwah, back to Jaros. Those two at the back have made very, very few errors. Surprisingly, my errors have come from my fullbacks, which originally at the start of the season were Mason and Fox. Fox made far, far too many for my liking, so he's on the transfer list. And now Mason is now my backup centre-back. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a change around. We've gone back to De Silva, who played with us in the first season when we were in the National League. McCackeren with a great ball over the top to Joe Adams. Cameron Archer needs to bust a gut to get in the box here, because Leighton Clarkson's got it. Pulls it back, it goes to McCackeren, it's 1-0! 4 minutes into the game, and Wrexham take the lead. A fantastic finish by McCackeren. What a start to the game that is for us. Can we keep it tight here? Can we not let this slip now? We are currently dominating possession in the first 10 minutes. 74% in our favour. Now, we do have games like this where we take the lead early on, we'll go 1 or 2-0 up, and then we'll let it slip as the game goes on. But Ouch is through. Good save by Dibbers. He looked offside, but it hasn't been given. It's gone for a corner. We could do with a second here. Really capitalised with this start to this game that we've made here. Joe Adams crosses in. He's looking near post, but it's cleared, and it falls to Wallace, who plays it out for a throw-in, doesn't he? So 76% possession. Yes, it looks like I'm focused on that stat, but this tactic is tiki-taka. It is Barcelona under Pep Guardiola's style of football, and that is why I'm focused on that stat, because if we control the ball, then we control the game, and we'll reduce them to efforts like that, which isn't an easy effort. So we need to keep pushing. We're doing well 25 minutes into the game. I want a second goal, though. This is, our heat map is showing that we are pushing them back, but, we are closing them down in their own half. Leighton Clarkson to take this free kick. Whips it in, goes back post, looking for McCackeren. Falls to Bernard in the box, goes back to Joe Adams, to Clarkson. Clarkson digs it back in, looking for Cameron Archer. It's 2-0. Cameron Archer with his 11th of the season. That was fantastic play. We are up to 20th on goal difference now, above Millwall. Can we keep this going? What a start to this game. 31 minutes on the clock, and it's 2-0. There are 13,000 people in this stadium today watching us. Our attendances all season have been fantastic, by the way. Even for a team struggling, they tend to drop off. But they haven't done with us, which has been, amazing. So let's send them out happy. We're not going to do we're not going to say too much, but it's 2-0 entering the second half. Now, I was told Leighton Clarkson could only play 45 minutes, but his stamina looks pretty good at the moment. We do have midfielders on the bench that I can change with, but I'm very wary to change it as West Brom come on the attack with Furlong. Furlong cuts it back to Bio, it's 2-1. Vakunisifo Bio. And that's why I'm wary to change it. We've got to get on the ball and straight from the kickoff. Longstaff to Bernard. Really, really do not want to concede 2 quick goals here, because if we don't want to throw away a 2-goal lead. McCackeren, Liam Cullen's lost it. Criminal to lose it in that area to Bio, but Longstaff wins it back. That is why he's there. If I could put an instruction on Longstaff, do not move from 6 yards in front of the centre-back, I would. I think that would be an absolutely perfect instruction for this team right now. Adams to Longstaff to McCackeren, plays a great ball to Adams. His range of passing has been key in this game. It was key in the last game as well, actually. Whips it in for Archer, just over the bar. It's been a good game for us so far. We've looked more dangerous in this one game than we have done all season. Adams looking for Bernard at the front post. Comes back to him. Crosses it on the right foot this time. Oh, Dishon Bird!
Dibbers came for it, but he didn't get there. It's 3-1. Oh, wow, way. 3-1, 684 travelling West Brom fans, the Baggies. And they are seeing their team possibly blow their chances of the playoffs. Let's make a few subs here. We've got 2 players who had to have fitness tests. But Leighton Clarkson is still going strong in that Mazzola role, so we're going to bring on Dan Davis. We're going to bring him on to play alongside him. And we're going to bring on Elliot Templeton in the holding midfield role. At the back, we're going to make a few changes. We're going to move Cole De Silva there and bring on Dan Davis. And we're going to bring on Will Fish. That is it. We're not making any more changes there. 4 changes. We've got 15 minutes of football to play. Surely, we cannot throw away a 3-1 lead. I am tempting fate, I think, by saying this, but Dan Davis has had a good season, so I'm confident he can help us see this out in the middle of the park. Davis, who's also Dan Davis at left back, has come back off a loan. Great ball to Cullen. Oh, and that is game, set and match. Was that Danny Davis with a long ball? I'm pretty sure it was. I will check. It's not showing me. I'm guessing it was by the fact his rating shot up. But 4-1, what a result. Let's make another So we're going to take Leighton Clarkson off for Jack Byrne. I cannot fault Leighton Clarkson. He signed a new 5-year contract with us earlier in the season as well. For a player that we managed to bag on a free, what a player he's been. Dan Davis over the top again. It falls to Cullen. To De Silva. Ooh, that's a good effort. But what a game this has been. 4-1 to Wrexham as we enter injury time. In terms of where we are now clear of the relegation zone by 2 points. We're above Wycombe. We're above Millwall. We haven't been 19th for months. We're going to get nosebleeds with that high. But what an end to the episode, winning 4-1. Now, when you come back to the next episode, we will be right at the business end of the season. Can we continue what we've started here and find that mid-table safety that will just see us establish ourselves as a championship club? Or will we get sucked back in by Ipswich, Millwall, and we're probably clear of Sheffield Wednesday? We'll rule that out. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you are, please remember, hit subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Hit the bell as well so you get notified every single time I drop a video. And I will see you in the next Welcome to Wrexham, which will be airing tomorrow as we look to finish our first season in the Championship. I'll see you all soon, guys.